Today is all about sound. Got to get the sound right. Hope you are comfortable, enjoying what's going on, and ready for a quick live stream. Sound, getting it sounding amazing. Getting ready to go. All those ducks are in a row. Well, in a paddle pond. Are you ready? I know I am. It's the countdown. Time to make it rain. I don't even know what that means. Alright, hey, welcome to the Get Events Online show live stream. I'm Warwick Merry, your host. And of course, it wouldn't be the same if I didn't throw up this fancy little bit of slide action where I am triple certified, certified speaking professional, which is a global certification, and also a doubly certified virtual presenter. Oh, what a week it's been. There's been lots of serious stuff happening, fun stuff happening, and for those of us here in Melbourne, still locked down doing stuff in your house. But today what I wanted to do was talk to you about sound. When it comes to online events, there are so many different facets you have to get right. This is the number one element. People will put up with if your camera's a little bit dodgy, or if your background's untidy, or if your virtual screen's looking dodgy as. But if your sound's not good, they're off. And I got to tell you, the number of times I've listened to just a simple podcast, and there's just a bit too much static, or the quality, you've really got to strain to hear it, I'm off. Because people won't tolerate it. We will tolerate the dodgy visuals, but the sound is so important to get right. And the good news is, it's really easy to get right. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So if you are the kind of person who's into online events, by events I mean it could be just a simple webinar, online meeting, it could be a larger event, it could be an online conference, award ceremony, you're going to want to hang around. If you know other people who are also interested in this kind of thing, why not start a watch party or share this video with them? I'd really appreciate it. If you're watching a replay, woohoo! Thanks for joining us. And throw in a question, I'll be more than happy to answer them as we go. On the replay, I'll come back and answer it afterwards. All right, so let's talk sound. The question I get a lot is, Warwick, what's the best microphone? There is no best microphone. Sound is so much more than your mic. Don't get me wrong, quality microphones are important, and it's important to really consider what is the microphone that you want to use, but it is so much more than just the microphone. The sound is encompassing in so many different areas. So where are you broadcasting, streaming from? Where are you recording? What's the room like? What's the setup like? Do you have any natural dampeners going on? So that's what you need to consider. A lot of people have, because they're working from home, have chosen that they'll be just broadcasting from the kitchen bench or table. Unfortunately, kitchens have a lot of flat, hard, stark surfaces. So that means you do get a lot of echo, and echo is quite frustrating. So you want to make sure that you get rid of your echo, and it is really just your voice that they're hearing, or the sounds you're putting through the computer. So if you've got hard surfaces, tiles, polished floors, big windows, big flat walls with no art or pictures or anything hanging from it, you're going to get a lot of bounce, you're going to get a lot of echo, the sound's not going to be that flash. So simple things that you can do. You can go to a smaller room, you can go to a room that's got carpet on it, you can throw some blankets or rugs on the floor, doonas, quilts, that kind of stuff. You can hang them off cupboard doors around the place. What that's doing is dampening the sound. It's eating up the sound. I've got to tell you, I do some voiceover work. One of the best places to do voiceover work is in a walk-in wardrobe, because all the clothes in there will dampen that sound. So you're just getting the pure sound of what you're saying, that then the audio crew can then put the effects and the echo and the whatever else that they want on it for that specific point in time. So make sure you look at the room first, and also consider if you're sitting in front of a big range of screens, they're going to get a bit of bounce back as well. So I'm pretty happy with the sound I've got. I've got to be honest, it's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with the setup that I've got here, and it took me a little while to get it. So I do want to talk about microphones though, because the big question is, do I get a microphone? And there's certain brands that people straight away go, oh yes, you must get this one. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but people recommend what they have, and they do it because they want to recommend, because, well, I've made a good choice, so you should get what I have. So I have multiple microphones that I use for different reasons. So it's, let me make a couple of different recommendations to you for different reasons. So this is the first microphone that I've got. This is basically, it's a Shure SM58. It's the Rockstar microphone. It's what all the rock stars use. But the thing with it is, and it's this is actually a knockoff version of it, but the thing with it is, sorry, a comment's just come through that's got me confused about updated. Sorry, Philippe, I'll get that sorted. The thing about it is, it's good for certain purposes. Now, I use this with my podcast because when I speak closely, it makes my voice deeper. And I like the deep voice of authority. And this is a condenser mic, so it's really dynamic mic. Oh, see, now I've forgotten. But what it means is it picks up nice and close. Any distance from it, significant distance, it won't pick up. So I use this one for when I record podcasts. But for when I'm recording things like this and some of my online events, I want the freedom to move around. And so the microphone I use is what's referred to as a shotgun microphone. Now, this is one that's specifically designed for telephones. This is the Rode Video Mic Me, and it plugs into the bottom of your phone. I actually have two of these. This one is the one for the Apple, so it's got the little lightning port on it. I have the one I'm using is the 3.5mm one, which I had for my previous phone, which had the 3.5mm plug. It's a great microphone because I can be here and I sound okay. I can move back a little bit and still sound okay. So it's just picking me up. Now, if I walk around the room, you won't hear very good sound, but it's good enough. It's a shotgun because it's pointing in that direction. That gives me some freedom. Other microphones that are really good, I love this microphone. This is my DPA Define 4088. And I have a couple of adapters that I can plug this in. This is a beautiful headset mic. It has some really great dampening. I love the sound from this mic, but I don't like the look. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want this mic, and I can get it closer to my skin. I don't want it just sitting there the entire time. I feel like Madonna. I'm happy to use it for conferences, like big conferences, but for what I'm doing here, not so much, but the sound is amazing. Now, naturally, with a lot of these microphones, you've got to have different adapters. My little shotgun microphone, I've got to adapt from what's a TRRS into a TRS, that kind of thing. And I've got this plug that I have to adapt into my audio input for this particular microphone. So the microphone alone isn't enough. You have to know what sort of socket that you want to put into. I'm a big believer in use what you've got. So if you're just starting out, if you're relatively new, have no fear. Sometimes one of the best microphones that you can use is this little one, the one that comes with your phone. So you can quite easily, and I've done this on some calls where I need to have a back channel, I can leave that in my ear, leave that microphone relatively close, tuck it under the jacket a little bit. I'll make more of an effort to tuck it sort of nice and tidily. And so what that means is, maybe I'll turn my head a little bit so you can't see the cord. But it's a pretty good microphone. They're designed to be used for mobile phones. They're designed to be used outdoors. So there's some good dampening going on there. It's not a bad microphone. I'm a big fan of Rode microphones. They're Australian made, they're great quality, and they have a great range. One of the ones that a lot of people use, their USB mic, I think it's the NT1. It's a great little plug-in microphone. There's the Rode Podcaster, the Podcaster Pro, whole stack of them. Blue Yetis people talk about. So there's a whole lot of different microphones out there. Use what you've got to start with, and then when you're ready to get better with your sound, look at what else is going on in the room. So in my room, I've actually got some sound dampening on the wall. Now, you can buy these, I can buy them off the internet for, I don't know, $20, and you get 50 of these black foam. Hang on, I've got one over here. Please hold. And you can check the microphone. This is me walking to the other side of the room, so you can hear what it's like. It's much better when I'm back here. So it's just a simple bit of foam like this. So I've got, I don't know, 20 of these just all behind the camera, so in front of me. Because as the sound travels forward, then it hits the wall and bounces back. I want it to absorb or deflect all around the place. So I know some places will also put it in the roof as well. But again, it just depends on your need. If you're not doing this often, you might not want to staple things to the wall. But if you're spending a lot of your time in virtual events and online events, it may be worth considering. So they're the key things that you really need to consider. The main thing that most people forget about is the room. Really assess the room, what's going on with the room, and how you can make it sound friendly. So don't be scared to be draping lots of blankets around you. Don't be scared to have a heavy curtains are really good. Sometimes just the act, if you've got heavy draped curtains, closing the curtains in front of the window makes a huge impact on your sound. These are just little things. Look, probably the best person to talk to about sound is naturally a sound technician. The second best person, musicians. Musicians know so much about sound and so much about sound gear. So if you've got some muso friends, they're a great first step to have that kind of conversation. And again, use what you got. You can spend a ton of money out there, and what you want is going to be something that's the best appropriate to your situation. So start with what you have, and then slowly but surely update. See how that goes. All right, I hope this has been of value to you. If you've got any questions about any particular sound setups, feel free to send me a photo or to let me know what your setup is and what questions you have, and if I can help, I will. WarwickMerry.com is the website. Of course, you've been part of the Get Events online live stream. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you here today. And if I can help you in any way with any of your upcoming events needing a producer or host, please get in touch. This has been Warwick Merry for the Get Events online live stream. I look forward to your company next time.